I personally think the NHS is dysfunctional, without any doubt, and I used to run a series of cancer centres, so at first hand I've seen this. They waste loads of money on DEI. They waste loads of money on translation, 40 million on DEI, 100 million on translation.
Well, diversity, equality and inclusion.
DEI, yep, 100 million on translation costs. They don't collect...
But that's a tiny amount, isn't it, compared to the massive budget of the NHS? Yes, I have, but just to clarify for viewers. Yeah, go on.
So they also, the health tourism, they don't collect the money from that, so they're completely dysfunctional. I totally agree with league tables. I think, why haven't we got the league tables now? Why don't we start by cutting the salaries of those people who are underperforming now and actually increasing the salary of those who are performing
well? So you do, you broadly agree.
Wait, let's do it now.
You broadly agree with Wes Streeting then in his drive?
I think Wes Streeting is trying. He's got the majority to do it. Let's see whether he delivers or not.
Ash?
So the first thing is that when it comes to things like translations, that's so patients can access healthcare. It's the job of the NHS.
If they can't speak English, Ash, they should.
Wait. Did I interrupt you? Rupert, did I interrupt you? No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, we don't need translation.
No. Wait.
He's right.
Let me finish, all right?
He's right.
The NHS exists to provide the best possible care to patients. Now, some of those patients will feel more comfortable speaking in their native language.
I don't care.
Right?
I have no interest in that.
Well, fine. Like
they should speak English. They live in England, they should speak English.
Doctors take an oath to give whatever patient comes to their door the best possible quality of care. That is going to involve some translation services. When it comes to things like DEI, I'm sorry, you are picking the things which play to your base. That's your job as a politician.
That
is your job as a politician. That is not where the problem is. The problem is that we've had 14 years of austerity. The country has become less healthy, measurably less healthy. It's become poorer. The Michael Marmot report laid this out. The most deprived regions are also the most unhealthy. They're the most impacted by austerity.
Well, you're certainly right on that. You're certainly right on that.
All right, well, let's have a look.
We spend the third most in Europe
on our healthcare. Hang on.
And we have the second worst outcomes, medical outcomes, in the developed world.
Right.
So you tell me if that's
hang on, Rupert.
I don't call that delivery.
I don't know where your figures.
This exchange represents a classic clash of political narratives rather than a purely factual discussion. On one side, there is a strong critique of the NHS as inefficient and mismanaged, with claims that public funds are being squandered on initiatives such as diversity, equality, and inclusion, DEI, as well as translation services. This perspective emphasizes meritocracy, accountability, and immediate reform, arguing that underperformance should be penalized and efficiency rewarded. On the other side stands a more traditional defense of the welfare state. Here, the NHS is framed not merely as a system to be optimized, but as a public service with a moral obligation to provide care to all, regardless of language or background. From this viewpoint, translation services are not wasteful, but essential to ensuring equitable access to healthcare. Similarly, DI initiatives are presented as efforts to create fairness within the system, rather than unnecessary expenditure. The debate becomes more substantive when the focus shifts to broader structural issues, particularly the long-term effects of austerity. It is argued that years of reduced public spending have led to a measurable decline in public health, increased poverty, and widening regional inequalities. In this framing, the challenges facing the NHS are not primarily due to internal inefficiencies, but rather the result of sustained underfunding and socioeconomic decline. Ultimately, this discussion highlights a familiar pattern in political discourse. Competing narratives often take precedence over nuanced reality. One side advances a story of waste and dysfunction, while the other points to scarcity and social responsibility. The truth likely lies somewhere in between, but in the political arena, arguments are often simplified and sharpened to mobilize support rather than to fully capture complexity.